Back at it with part 2 on building a simple geometry application using abstract classes. Well, this part 2 is more of like part 3 to me, to be honest, because I already recorded part 2, the original part 2. And as you guys can see, I've already done the unit test. And so by the moment I finished recording, or the moment I was done recording, I realized for some reason my OBS Studio did not record properly. It only recorded my face and not the screen motion. I don't know, for some reason there was no motion on the screen. So I'll just walk you guys through on whatever I already did. So I worked on these test cases. Also did some additional changes here on. Yeah, I did on the circle class. I added the math.bow. I know that initially I did something like a um, radius squared like this, and I think it was a habit of Python that I did this, and this is not valid on Java. Uh, so yeah, so I did the math.bow. I mean, you can still do a radius times radius. It still works, no problem whatsoever. And and what else? Yeah, should I update? Yeah. What else should I update? Man, I am so disappointed. Really, it was a really good video that I did. I also did I added some conditions here on the rectangle class. Let me go ahead and quickly delete this stuff here. Yeah, so I did I added some conditions here, as you guys can see. And let me just go ahead and delete this as well. As you guys can see the code, it'll be available on my GitHub as well. And the triangle class, I added as well these two conditions here to validate the side lengths and to validate the triangle inequality theorems. And as you guys can see here, right, these were the only additional let me compile this. Yeah, these were the circle. Pardon, I think, yeah, the circle, rectangle. Yeah, these were the conditions, right? The if conditions. They were the what I had added on part 2, and then as well the unit test. So I'm gonna walk you guys through the unit test here. Really disappointed it didn't record properly, but it's okay. So yeah, on my unit test, I so we did on our normal test cases. We did a test circle area perimeter and perimeter. So we instantiated a circle and we asserted 78.53, the value for the area, and the value for the perimeter of the circle, and as well the test rect area perimeter. And let me actually show you guys real quick something. I showed actually something really cool on the original, or in the first part 2 video. I was showing how I was calculating. Let me do something like this. So let me run this real quick here. Let me clear this properly. Yeah, so I remember also, oh, by the way, I think there was also a slight, I remember I wrote your triangle. I remember I wrote your triangle and I fixed that as well. So if you guys probably saw that on part 1 of the video, yeah, I fixed that as well. So, but to what I was saying, let me compile that. So something I actually fixed. Oh, I checked a quick check that just to make sure that I was on the right track. Is that so? We know that. Sorry about that, guys. Just trying to fix all these things here. Yeah, my OBS just I don't know failed me this time. Really disappointed. Uh, so yeah, so we have our circle area here, right? And I remember mentioning that I know that okay, we have the pi, which is the value here pi. Let me do this over like this. Okay, this is much better. Yeah. So I remember this value over here, right? The 78.53 whatever. Uh, and we have our calculate area method, right? That returns math.pi times math times the radius squared. So we know that 3 pi it's definitely 3.141. 141 approximately, actually, approximately 3.141 times 5 squared, right? That is, and then I went ahead and tried to like get some numbers, and I remember I did the 3.14. I did a 3.1415956 something. I don't know. I did something like this times 5 squared, and it got me the 5398, and that was about it. Like the first four that I got it correct actually. So yeah, so so I knew I was on the right track that way. So you guys can also just if you want to do quick tests with your calculators, you can just go ahead and do that. So going to our unit tests, right? So I walked you guys through. Let me walk again one more time. You can take a quick look at the code here, right? So we did on our edge test cases. We're testing some positive dimensions here. We're testing as well some positive values and sides and throwing. We're making sure that we start throwing an illegal argument exception. As you guys can see here, right? And when I run that, test all, and we pass all our tests here. We pass them all. So yeah, this is the code functionality. This is how the code is running. Right, let me clear this. All right, hold on, why is it not clearing? Okay, as you guys can see this. I really hope this time is recording. But yeah, yeah, as you guys can see, our simple geometry application is working perfectly well. Okay, so now that we are done with presenting the test cases and demonstrating that we are passing those cases, and we showed as well the program's functionality many times, we are also then now going to okay, we're gonna push our program to our GitHub, and I'm pretty sure you guys already know how this goes. I've done this about as many times as the videos that I've shown that I've uploaded. Pardon. And so you guys can either just go to one of my previous videos, or maybe a future video do that as well. It's just because I'm running out of time right now, so I wanted to make a short video this time, and I'll submit on my GitHub, and you can find the code or the program there. Thank you.